friends? Welcome back to my channel, Pages and Stitches. That's spelled pages, the number 3 stitches, and that is my channel name both here as well as on Instagram. You can find me there. My name is Kelly, and I'm so thrilled to be back for my August update. I have so much to share with you guys today. So, here's the first thing. This little noisemaker, he heard me start talking and now he's decided to pipe up. This is Hef. If you're new here, this is my cat Hef. He's 15 years old and he's a grumpy old curmudgeon and I love him so much, and sometimes he likes to say hi on my channel. So he's popping in today to say hello for my August update. Do you want to help me with my intro? Okay. So today is Saturday, September 2nd, and I'm coming to you to give you my August wrap up for my Flosstube number 22. I had a lot of crazy things happen in August that I'm so excited to share with you. So let's get started. First and foremost, if you are at all curious about what's going on the wall behind me, I'm a quilter as well as a cross stitcher, and I do a quilters update here on YouTube every month along with a Flosstube video. So keep your eyes peeled if you are waiting for a Quilter's Corner update, or if you are at all, like I said, interested, curious, if you are just being nosy, or if you are a quilter yourself, go check out those videos. I've got them all on my channel, and Quilter's Corner update number 22 is going to be uploaded right after this. So let me start by saying a massive thank you to everybody who's here. Everybody who continues to come back month after month. You guys are amazing and wonderful, and I love chatting with you in the comments and sharing our progress and our love of cross-stitching. And so I really appreciate your friendship and your continued interest in what I'm producing here on the YouTubes. And if you're new here, welcome. Like I said, my name is Kelly. I make cross-stitch videos, I make quilters videos, and so if you are interested in what I've got going on, feel free to hang out, feel free to like and subscribe. I hope you stick around, I hope you come back for more, and I hope you enjoy yourself. So as usual, I'm going to start my video off with my reading update. The Pages and Stitches is representative of my third passion, which is reading. Last month I did little to no reading, and I showed you a book that I had read like 30 pages of, and I'm going to show it again because I actually read the rest of it in August. So we're just going to call July like a break month from reading, and August is, I got back into it. So this was the book I showed last month that I had read like 3 chapters of. I read the rest of the 500 pages this month. So this is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Very good. Definitely recommend if you are interested in fantasy, epic fun. And then I picked up this book here by one of my favorite authors, Tessa Bailey. This is Secretly Yours. This is the first of a duology. I think she's going to be writing more, but currently there's only 2 out in this series. And then the other 2 books that I read were on Kindle, on my Kindle app on my phone. So I'm going to insert pictures of those as I mention them. The first one is Blaze by Gemma Weir, and that's the first book in a new series that she's writing. And the next one is called Power Play by T.D. Colbert, and that one is a hockey romance. So before we get into the stitching, and I have a ton of stitching to show you, I want to do a couple of quick shout outs to some really cool ladies. The first one is a woman named Stephanie. She lives up in Canada, and her channel name is called Frala Knits. She's got a couple of videos out now. She's relatively new, so go check out her channel and give her a try. She's got some really great projects, some really great cross-stitch projects that she's working on. She also obviously knits. At least I would hope so, it's in her name. But she's a quilter too. So if you like quilting, she shows all of that good stuff in her videos. Go check her out. She's really sweet, really cute. And I will have her channel linked down below. I'll have everything I talk about in the description box linked down below. Anything that can be linked, I will link it in the description box. The next person I want to talk about, she's not new to Flosstube, but she is new to me. Her name is Leah Noel, and her channel name is Rhubarb Patch Studio. And she does in fact have a rhubarb patch that she showed us all in her latest video, which I think is really cool. She's got a wide array of beautiful projects. I watched her show. She was talking to me in one of my comments about a really bright sampler that she's working on that she thought I'd be interested in. So I went to her channel, checked it out, and she's got some amazing stuff. She's also, I will link these ladies on Instagram as well. They've got the Instagram accounts to check out and follow too. So you can find them there and here on YouTube. Let's get into the stitching, shall we? I'm so excited to show you what I have to show you today. Okay, so if you've been following my channel for any stretch of time, you will know that for this past year especially, but really since the beginning of my channel, I have been working on a couple of projects. One of them is this next one I'm going to show you, and I finally finished it. I'm so excited about it. And not only did I finish it, guys, I fully finished it. It's fully finished. Wow. So this is the project here that I'm talking about, the infamous Woodland Castle. It is a kit by Designworks. I started this project in July of 2021, and I finished it here in August of 2023. So let me insert a picture of what it looked like the last time that you saw it. It is being stitched, or it's done. It was being stitched on a 14 count white Aida, 2/1 full cross, using the using all the kit materials. There's a couple of women and maybe men on both Instagram and on YouTube that have started this kit. Which I'm super excited about because I've loved it the entire time, and I feel like it's an underrated, unloved project, and so I'm very pleased to see people out there working on it. One of which is my friend Beth from the Steadfast Stitcher. I will link her channel down below. She just recently started it on World Cross Stitch Day. So Beth, I hope you're excited to see this because it's done. Okay, you ready? Okay. Ta-da! Here it is. All finished. I'm trying to get the ring light glare out of there because there is glass in here. It is done. So the last bit I had to work on was this corner down here with the little Mr. Hedgehog. You may, if you follow me on YouTube, you may have seen my community post that had his little preview picture in there. He was my last little creature to put in, and he is all done. And then I had to do, I think it was like here was where I stopped, and I just did this corner, and I did some back stitching, and this beautiful masterpiece is completed. Now I will say, so I stitched this as a full coverage. The kit itself is not actually completely full coverage because all these white bits here in the middle and kind of back in here were meant to be left just blank, and I didn't want to leave it blank, so I purchased a skein of B5200, and I just filled in those blank spots with B5200. But there it is. Now I did the framing myself. So the finished size is 14 by 18, which is a standard size for a frame. It's not a common size. Typically you'll see in common frames 16 by 20 or 11 by 14, I believe. But 14 by 18s are out there. They're just not very common. Anyways, so, but I managed to find this beautiful one at Michael's. It's just kind of like a light shimmery gold. And I love a metallic. Everybody knows I love a metallic anything. So I have a couple of gold frames on various pieces in my home. So this fits right in. And it's not overpowering. I didn't want a matte. I knew I didn't want a matte because it's already big. Like I didn't want it to be even bigger. But yeah, so I pinned it using a tutorial from Laura Sinkin's channel. Of course, I will link that tutorial down below. I pinned it and then laced the back all by my lonesome, all by myself, and I'm super proud of how it turned out because it stretched beautifully. And yeah, I'm so proud of this. This was the first project that I started my channel with, and now it's done. Now I got a little emotional thinking about it, about how I don't get to work on this anymore, but I do get to start other stuff now. So there's that. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me bring you in for some close-ups. All the little critters, all the little flowers. We got the castle in the middle. Beautiful trees and birds. Yeah. Love it, love it, love it. What's your favorite part of it? Like, what do you guys like the best? I really, really like the deer. I like the way they turned out. And all the little smiles on the little critters, they're so cute. So I will find a place of prominence in my home to hang this. I'm not actually sure where I want to hang it yet, but I've got plenty of wall space, so it'll be fine. But yeah, it's my baby and it's all grown up. That was a good moment this month whenever I finished it. And then I was at Michael's because I was looking for something else, and I just thought, you know, I'll check out the frames and see what they got. And I saw that they had a 14 by 18 in that gold, and I was like, just do it. So yeah, I went ahead and fully finished it because why not? So that is a focus project done, checked off the list. I have currently one focus project that I'm trying to finish by next month left, and then after that I will move on to another one. So that's the way I'm gonna do all of my cross stitching in the future, at least for the foreseeable future, is I'm gonna have one focus project. It will be my oldest project, and then I'll work on that every month till it's finished while I rotate through all of my other whips, if that makes sense. So here's my other focus project that I worked on this past month. This is Ophelia by Mirabilia. I am really pushing for a finish before I go to the Queen City Stitch Retreat, literally in a month's time. I have 1 month to get this done. And I will not be fully finishing it before then because I don't want to travel with a framed piece. It's going to be rolled up and safely stored away before I fully finish it. So anyways, here she is. Here is a picture of what it looked like the last time that you saw it. I am stitching it on a 32 count linen in the colorway dark olive. And here it is now. You may notice I now have it on the frame that Woodland Castle was on. And I did that so that when I do the beading, like I wanted to do the beading on this frame because you can't bead on a Q-snap. You'll crush the beads with the clamps, but these you can roll it and it'll be all right. So what did I manage to get done? I finished a little bit more down here, these flowers mostly, and then I did basically all of this up here, I believe, up in this area, and I brought this down. I think I did from like here over. So that's a decent chunk. Now, I do have like another decent chunk to finish before the retreat plus beading. So there's every possibility that I will not be able to accomplish that. If not, that's okay. I mean, she's going to come with me to the retreat regardless, and I might even be able to finish her there. But because this is my current and only focus project, this is going to be kind of what I'm working mostly on for the next month. The plan is almost to be monogamous. I'm going to do a couple of days for the new starts that I've got planned, a couple of days on these other projects, and then the rest of the month is just her exclusively. So I have to finish, like, there's a chunk of dress down here, and then there's a chunk of dress right here, and a couple of lily pads in the corner, but there is a lot of negative space there, so it's not like this is going to be full of stitches, you know what I mean? So I am hopeful that I will get this done. There's probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 more little roses. Those actually have quite a few colors in them, so those are kind of tedious. But the dress itself is a lot of color blocking. And then, of course, the lily pads are too. So those are super fast and easy. So I'm almost there, guys. Keep your fingers crossed for me that I get it done. I will be able to film one more update video before I go to the retreat. I'm flying out on October 5th. So I'll be able to have my September update filmed and posted before then. You know, knock on wood that nothing bad happens to change that plan. So we'll see in a month if I've got this done. And I'm really, really going to push for it. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm still enjoying it, of course, and I'm not going to, like, beat myself up if I don't finish it. Like, these are arbitrary deadlines that I'm giving myself. But this is my goal for the next month, is to have this fully, finished, not fully finished. So, yeah, there she is. Okay, the next project that I worked on, I was really kind of aiming to get it done this last month, but I kind of ran out of time, and plus I was losing steam on it, and I didn't want to do that. And it's this project here. I'm going to insert a picture because I don't have a physical, like, printed copy. I'm working off of my computer. And I got it from an Etsy shop called Landscapes Are Boring. I'll have the shop and the pattern link down below. The pattern is called She Came Down in a Bubble Dug. And if you are confused about what this is, it is from a video. It's the dialogue from a video about this ridiculous fight between a guy and his roommate over whether or not the Wicked Witch of the West and Glinda the Good Witch are sisters, or she's a princess or whatever. Anyways, my sister and I both really love that video. We think it's hilarious. And she found this pattern on online, and she requested that I do it for her birthday. Now, her birthday is Labor Day, which is in like 5 minutes. So it will not be done by her actual birthday, but I won't actually see it. We live in different cities. I won't actually be seeing her for like another 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. So I still have time to work on it, which is why I kind of just paused on it. So I don't have a picture of where it was last time. I haven't been photographing it for Instagram because of the fact that I can't show it to her. It's a surprise. So let me just show it to you now. So here is where I am now. Last time you saw it, I had finished through here. So this line, this row is all new. The only bit that I have left is this last row, and then I'll be done. And I think I can do it. A lot of the last row is like back stitching or words, and those go pretty quickly. So I was like, just pause, do your other stuff. It'll be fine. So this is being stitched on an 18 count Aida in the color Vintage. It's a printed Aida. So the modeling is printed on the front. It is not dyed, and it is just white on the back. So yeah, this is what was added. She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, dog. This is where the title of the pattern comes from. So yeah, it's coming along, and I do enjoy it. I do still love working on it. I just needed to take this section, which was like solid pink, and then all of this solid blue was making me like just bored. So I just kind of needed to step away from it for a bit. So I'm gonna finish this last part and then it'll be done. I've already got the frame to have it fully finished. So I will be able to film a little snippet of it before I give it to my sister, so I can show you guys what it looks like done. Because I don't think I'll have it for my next update. But there it is. And the next project that I worked on, it's kind of a focus project, but not really. I'm not calling it that because if I need to find the time to sacrifice a project in order to complete something else, this is one of the ones that I would cut for the month. So I'm not calling it a focus project, but I have been able to work on it consistently this year. And that's this project here. This is called Magical Creatures Calendar by Clouds Factory. I did buy this on Etsy, but I believe they have an actual, like, their own website where you can purchase their patterns. So last time, let me insert a picture here. Last time you saw it, I had just finished the July block with the mermaid. It is being stitched on a 16 count Ada in the colorway Lilac, 2/1 full cross with the called for colors, except I did add a couple of DMC light effects for sparkle. So let me show you that now. And here is where I am now. I finished the month of August. This was the last thing I worked on this month, so I got that block with the unicorns there in just under the wire. So let me bring it in closer so you can see. We got the rainbow with the little clouds, 2 little unicorns, and there's a little butterfly there. Now I did make a change here. This August is charted in like this orange color. It's the same orange as this. And so because it's the same as that, I wanted to change it. I kind of like that they're all a little bit different. And this green isn't charted for the month titles in any of the other blocks. So I just changed it to this one because it is in here. And the glitter for this one obviously is in the border. The green as well as the purple is glittery, and the rainbow as well. And then this red in the rainbow also has glitter in it. So this one's a little bit more subtle. Like obviously the mermaid has a lot more glitter because she's got all the colors, you know, like the dragon. But the colors that are glittery in this one are featured less. I originally did have a DMC light effects to go with the white, but it just wasn't showing up and it was kind of a pain in the butt to work with, so I just cut it out. So this top half has DMC light effects in the white, but you can't you can't tell it's there. So I was just, well, it was just difficult to work with for no reason, so I just cut it out. So this is just plain white. Actually, I think it's B5200, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, there's August. September, I believe, is actually over here. And it's a satyr. It's the half man, half goat creature. And then October goes right here in the middle. So September is the last little block, which is what should be easy to work on, you know, knock on wood, to work on for this next month here. And then the last 3, October, November, and December, or actually it's November, December, are big, long ones like this block. And then I'll be done. And so the reason why I wanted to work on this year and consistently every month is because I really like the idea of having like a calendar stitch to be able to kind of progress with me with the year, if that makes sense. I actually have one ready to go for the coming year. It's going to be one of my new year, new starts. So I've really enjoyed working on like a calendar project. And so I might keep that up for the next couple years. So, and then of course, if you do manage to keep up with it throughout the year, then you have a finish, at least one finish by the end of the year, right? Because you've followed along with the months. So yeah, there it is again. So lastly, the last project I worked on is a new start. It was one that I had planned to start for the month of August for Carla Being Crafty's birthday stitch along. She and I are good buddies, and we bonded over the fact that we both have black cats, among other things. And so for her birthday so far, every year she's done, that I've followed her, she's done a Black Cat birthday sow stitch along. And I participated last year, and I wanted to participate again this year. So my new start for the month of August, which is her birthday month, was this project here. So this is a kit by Riolis. The title is not in English on the front here, but it's called Dreamer. And this is the cutest little black kitty just sitting there on a fence post looking up at the moon, presumably dreaming, like the title says. So this was the project that I wanted to start for that stitch along, because I adore my friend Carla. I adore her cat Baggy. I adore my black cat, obviously. So I started this for the month of August. It is being stitched with all the kit materials. It is a wool acrylic floss. There's 7 colors total, I believe, obviously mostly black. And then the fabric is a 14 count beige Aida, and it is both 1 and 2 over 1 full cross and half cross. So kind of like a dimensions kit, it uses different counts of floss. The most I've ever seen of the 2 Riolis kits I've done are 3 strands of floss. This one only has either 1 strand or 2 strands, and then they utilize both full and half cross. So I just got a modest start on this one. This is the bottom half of the cat, so it's literally about halfway. Up here is the head, and then this is the tail, or part of the tail. I literally just put in a bunch of black stitches, and there's a little bit of one of the other colors, and that's it. I just kind of gave it a day. Believe it or not, this is still like 700 stitches. It's still a good amount of crosses there. But I definitely wanted to give my other projects more time, because I'm trying to have them finished by a certain time. But yeah, so I know a lot of people have issues with the wool acrylic floss. They don't like it compared to like a DMC or a silk especially. I really love it. I think the coverage is fantastic. The texture does not bother me at all. I've got a needle threader, so I don't get like fuzzies in my mouth if I lick floss to thread my needle. And I don't find I don't find that it knots up. I don't find that it is difficult to pull through at all. The feeling of pulling it through the holes doesn't bother me. I really enjoy it. So I wish more people would give Riolis a shot. And of course, Riolis does have cotton floss in some of their kits. You just kind of have to check. They use Anchor whenever they do use cotton floss. But yeah, there's not enough people that love on Riolis, and I love on Riolis, and so does Carla, which is another reason why I picked this project to do for her stitch along. So this one is going to go into my storage with my other ones, and then I'll bring this out whenever I do my rotation later on. But for Carla's birthday, and just letting her know, that I appreciate her friendship, I wanted to participate again. So I just got a little bit, I basically got a cat butt. That's what I did for Carla's birthday, is a cat butt. Also, I did have somebody, I think it was Dawn. I don't remember, Dawn, if it was you, and I forgot, I apologize. Or if it was somebody else, I apologize. I had somebody ask in my last update about the overlock stitch that I do around the edges of my fabric. So, and I did that here. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a simple stitch that's like little triangles. I'll actually insert a picture of the stitch from my sewing machine. It's the number 14 on my sewing machine, which is just like triangles. And whenever I'm doing the edges of my fabric, I just make sure that the point of those triangles goes a little bit over the edge, And that's how I edge up all my fabric. So here's another example. You can kind of see it a little better. But yeah, that's the stitch that I prefer to use. I don't have a serger to edge my fabrics, and I don't like the zigzag stitch. I don't feel it's as secure. So I just prefer this one. It goes over the edge and it keeps the edges of my, like you might still get, like you can see, you might still get a little pieces that kind of try to fray out, but they don't go anywhere. They're locked in pretty good. So that's the stitch that I use to go over the edges of all my fabric so that it doesn't fray. All right, that was my stitching. I'm just super chuffed about what I was able to get done. The FFO on my biggest and oldest whip has just got me over the moon that I was able to finish it and fully finish it. And I'm excited to have it displayed in my home for people to enjoy. But I do also have some other cool stuff to show you. So I've got some Stitchy Kindness. I've got a lot of haul, like I kind of went overboard on the haul, but I got a lot of good stuff to show you. And then after I show you that, we'll go over plans real quick and then we'll get out of here. So the first bit of Stitchy Kindness that I want to show you is from my friend Carla, from Carla Being Crafty. She had this magazine. I don't know if she received it from somebody else and just wasn't going to stitch anything in it, or if I don't know how it came to be with her, but she offered it to me because she knows that I'm going to the Queen City Stitch Retreat, and she asked me if I wanted it, and so I was like, absolutely, sure. Guys, she sent me this copy of Better Homes and Gardens cross stitch. Let me move this. Cross Stitch and Needlework magazine that has an out of print Nora Mirabilia in it. Isn't that amazing? And she gave me this sweet little note, and it says, maybe you can have Nora sign this magazine at the retreat. Love you, Carla. And I almost like teared up a little bit when this came in, because I was just like, I knew what it was when she was sending it to me, but the thoughtfulness of, you know, just thinking of me, like she could have sold this, she could have kept it for herself, she could have, I don't know, it was so kind of her to think of me to, you know, get some enjoyment out of this. And this is like sweet little note that I'm gonna save. I'm so happy. And so I dug through the magazine. There's a couple of cool patterns in here. If you guys ever wanted to do a flip through of this, that's totally possible. But this right here is the pièce de résistance, the out of print Nora. So this one is called Gathering Eggs. And this magazine is, what year is this? This is April 1998. So this was a hot minute ago. And I just want to show you this picture of Nora Colbert. Look how young she is here. Look at her. What a beautiful picture too. And look, there's other Mirabilia works photographed there. There she is designing, making all them fancy ladies. Yeah, what a cool gift. Thank you so much, Carla, for thinking of me to send this to. I'm just chuffed. So thank you. I truly appreciate it, and I appreciate your friendship. So the other bit of Stitchy Kindness is actually going to lead me into my haul, because it came with a purchase. So I purchased some fabric from my dear friend Amy of Fiber Arts Amy. She was destashing a little bit. She sold some of her fabrics on Instagram, and I reached out to her and I was like, I want that one, and I want that one. And so she sent me the ones that I purchased. She sent me an extra one just because she's sweet and adorable and I love her. And then she also, I have to show you this, she also sent me a little llama. Look at how cute. I love it. She knows that I love llamas. You guys, if you're new here and you don't know, I love llamas. They're so cute and so dorky and just goofballs, and they'll spit on you if you make them mad. I love llamas. So I didn't know this was coming. She just included this with the fabric, and I opened it and I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. I do have to say, Amy, it's been commandeered by Milo, my dog Milo. He's a little old man who doesn't have any teeth. And so he likes to like just gum on soft fuzzy things, and he loves this llama. So it is getting, like, he's looking at it, he's on the floor and he's looking at it right now because I'm holding it. It is getting a lot of attention and a lot of love. So thank you so much, Amy, for sending me this and sending Milo this. So here's the fabric that I purchased from Amy. One of them, here, let me show you this one first. I bought this one here, this beautiful, like, Halloween-y kind of acid green vibrant one. This is from Picture This Plus. It's a 28 count called Monster Mash. The color's called Monster Mash. And these are fat. This one's a little bit bigger than a fat quarter. So I bought this one. I just saw the vibrant green and I was like, yes, I want that one. I have no idea what I'm going to use it on, but maybe like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. And then the other one that I wanted from her is this one here, and she dyed this one herself, and I think it's beautiful. This one here is this gorgeous kind of like soft, it's still vibrant, but it's a softer purple, more of like a lilac and lavender color. And it is also a fat quarter. And this is a 28 count Monaco. It looks like, you know, because it's hand dyed, it might actually pull a little bit closer to like a 30 count, but she said, she indicated that it was a 28 count even weave Monaco. And because she's just an absolute sweetheart angel, she also sent me this one. She knows purple's my favorite color, so she included this piece here, which is a fat quarter of a 28 count linen, and she hand dyed this one herself as well. This dark, like, moody purple. This dark, like, eggplant color is my favorite color. Like, my nails are that color. It just kind of matches. So I got that from her, and I was so pleased to get this as well as the llama. And I just, Amy, you spoiled me, and I appreciate it so much. I just love my Flosstube friends. We're all so like kind to each other, and I'm just tickled by the way that these two ladies thought of me this month. And of course I will have Carla's channel and Amy's channel linked down below. Go check out their channels. If you're not following these ladies, you are missing out. So I needed a couple of practical things that I purchased this month. I purchased from Michael's this here. This is a bead storage container. I have a couple of projects with beads on them, and I'm getting closer to the point where I need to bead them, and I don't have a storage solution for them yet. And I didn't want to leave them just in their little plastic boxes. So I got a little bead storage here. And then I also jumped on the Nerge hoop bandwagon. And I went to Amazon and I purchased a set of course they're purple, Nerge hoops. They're more of like a square, so you can get a little bit, like whenever you're stitching with a hoop, obviously, you know, it's circular, so you can only do a smaller surface area compared to if you were stitching with a square. You can stitch out more into the corners. So I got this set from Amazon. I will have it linked down below. Of course, there's a bajillion different sets on there. But this one comes in 4 sizes. The number 1 is 110 millimeters, teeny tiny one. Number 2 is 165 millimeters. Number 3 is 220 millimeters. And then the big kahuna number 4 is 280 millimeters. So this is closer to almost like an 11 by 11 Q snap. It's not quite that size, but it's similar. So anyways, there's that. I did already use this one. I had my Riolis kit, the Dreamer in this one, it all would have fit in this hoop, so I just put it in that one just to kind of see. And it works just fine. I didn't find that that I couldn't get it tight enough. It did kind of loosen up over usage because my fingers were kind of pressing on it, but initially it was quite tight, and so I was able to get a good tension with it. So I know a lot of people have complained about not being able to get good tension with their fabric in the Nerd hoops, but I thought it was okay. So yeah, I'm going to keep using this and give you further reviews as I use them. I'm going to probably be traveling with this one when I go to the retreat. So yeah. So I still have some more to show you. Like I said, I went overboard with the haul. Then I've got the next thing I'm going to show you is a couple of patterns, and then we'll move on to plans and be done. So one of my favorite shops to buy from is Everything Cross Stitch. It is a smaller cross stitch shop, small business. I love to support small businesses. And the reason why I love that shop so much is they have a couple of sales every month. And so they might have a sale on floss. They might have a sale on a different designer. They might have a sale on a theme, and they usually have 2 or 3 going on simultaneously every single month. So this past month, they had a sale on Cooler Design Studio patterns. And if you know me, you know how much I love KDS. I love Cooler Design Studio. So of course I went through my wish list and I purchased a bunch of them, because why not? So let me show you what I got. A lot of people have in the past and are still currently stitching on one of these patterns, the seasonal samplers by Sandy Orton, and I've had the spring, summer, and autumn one favorited in my wish list. I don't know how I feel about the winter one. I'm just not as excited about it, but if I end up stitching the other 3, I'll probably end up stitching that one too. But I went ahead and purchased the spring one. This one I don't see as many people stitching. Like, a lot of people stitch the winter one, a lot of people stitch the autumn one, and I see the summer one a lot too, but I don't see this one as often. Every once in a while, but I just love this one. I love how cool the sort of pastel colors look. I love the flowers, the perfume with this little portrait in here, and then the hollyhock like seed bag. We got Easter themed stuff. We've got the shamrock for St. Patrick's Day. The April showers bring May flowers kind of look. I love this lacy bit that goes back here. All the little ribbons that run. It's just such a cool design. Brian from Blitz Stitch, who is a creator that I follow and have been watching for years now, is currently stitching, I think he's stitching the autumn one. If that's incorrect, Brian, I apologize. But I think he's stitching the autumn one, and then he also did the winter one. I watched him do that one start to finish, and it was amazing. So I'm jumping on the bandwagon, and I purchased the spring one. I also purchased this next pattern, which is so cute. This is called Bunny Nest. Guys, look how cute it is with the little bun buns. They're so cute. I love it. I saw this one in an old issue, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I saw this one in an old issue of just Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, what Cooler Design Studio used to be. And I kind of was like, oh my God, that's so cute. But it was featured in the magazine, but it didn't have the actual pattern in that magazine. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like a preview of it. And then now I bought the pattern, right? Isn't that fun? I love this little like orangey looking one. Isn't he cute? She? I don't know. Adorable. This next one I've had favorited since like I started my Flosstube. I don't know what took me so long to buy it. I think I was a little intimidated by it, but I'm very excited to start this one soon. This one is called Flowers and Lace. And so you've got your cross stitch bit here in the middle, and then all of this bit out here is different like specialty stitches and straight stitches that create like a lacy effect, and it is beautiful. So feminine and delicate and elegant. Gorgeous. I got one more from Cooler Design Studio from Everything Cross Stitch for the Cooler Design Studio sale, and it's this one here, and it is called Reflections. And I love it. We got this little grumpy, fluffy kitty looking at his reflections in the pond. I imagine what he's looking at is these little fishies. But he's got these beautiful colors and like greens and natural colors, and I love the way the water is stitched, and we got these lily pads. This is stunning. And of course, I love a project that has a cat in it. If it's got a cat in it, I'm probably gonna get it. Cats, mushrooms, if either of those are featured, moths, if either of those are featured in here, I have to get them. So those are my 4 KDS patterns that I purchased from the sale. I have 2 more patterns that I bought this month, just 2 more to show you guys. Hold on to your hats. I have been wanting to get into black work. I've always loved the look of black work, but I haven't attempted it. I know if I'm not mistaken, traditional like real black work is the same on the front of the fabric as it is on the back, and that is not what I'm gonna try and do. I don't really care what the back of my fabric looks like. But I found a couple of black work patterns on Etsy from from a shop called Loose Thread Stitchery, which of course I will have linked down below. And she or he, I don't actually know the gender of the designer, they have designed some beautiful black work patterns, and they did a couple of recent releases that I just was like, oh, I have to get those. So let me show you those now. This first one is called Daisy Blackwork Sampler. Guys, look at that. Isn't that stunning? It's all these different purples, which you know I love a purple. It's this beautiful floral layout. I love that it's on a dark background, so it really pops. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I saw this one and I was like, yep, getting that. And then this next one, it's actually the one that drew me to the shop because I saw this one first. Is this one here. This is called Aperture Blackwork Pattern. Oh my God, look at that. Isn't that so cool? This gorgeous like rainbow effect with all these different blackwork designs in the middle, and it's almost like it's geometric, but it's almost kind of floral too. I love again that it's on a black fabric, so those colors are just so vibrant. Stunning. So if you are interested in blackwork at all, I know a lot of people don't do it because it's basically just like backstitching, and nobody likes backstitching, but I enjoy it and I like backstitching. I love the way it does a lot of heavy lifting for cross stitch projects. So I think I would really enjoy blackwork. So I got these 2 patterns and I've just oohed and awed over them, so I can't wait to get these going. Okay, let's go over plans real quick and then we'll be done. First and foremost, I need to put in some serious work on Ophelia. The goal is to finish, and I'm gonna push really hard. Will we get there? I don't know. Just keep your fingers crossed and cheer me on. Second, I need to finish my sister's birthday gift. She came down in a bubble dog. Third, I want to be able to do that little block on the September block for my magical creatures calendar. It's small. I think it won't take much time. Also, I have 2 new starts planned for the month of September, and both of them I am starting with somebody else on Flosstube. Well, I say that I haven't actually discussed these plans since we initially made them, so I don't know if they still intend to start them in September, but I will tag the creators down below, and if they still want to start them, I will be starting them in September. So first and foremost, I will be starting this kit here. This is an RTO kit called Listening to the Silence, and my plan is to start this one with Amy of Fiber Arts Amy. She already had this pattern this kit whenever I had discovered it, and I was so blown away that I had really never been snooping in RTO before, and I have a ton of their kits saved on my wish list now. And she was like, oh, I have that pattern. So we're gonna start this presumably together in September, and it is gonna be stitched on a 14 count. I don't know if it's going to be called a light gray or a dove gray. It's a gray. It's a subtle gray Ada with all the kit materials. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I just love how, like, the realism there is really intense. For a cross stitch pattern, it's so beautiful. And I love the makeup on there. Everything looks great there. The next pattern that I am going to be starting is this one here. This is called Arranging Mushrooms by Ink Circles. It's just the small little mushroom sampler. You guys know I love mushrooms, and I had intended to start this one with Laura of Lala D Stitches. She has this pattern as well. And then we had talked about, I think we exchanged the conversation through a couple of comments on each other's videos, starting this in September. But I don't know if she's actually like written that plan in her cross stitch kind of planner. So Laura, if you don't want to start this, that's totally fine. But I had bought this pattern because I saw it on her channel, and so I'm going to be starting this in this next month. And it's going to go on this fabric here. This is called Pewter Green, and it is a 16 count Ada from To Die For Fabrics. So it's a little bit more like greeny and darker than the called for color. I'm sorry, the called for fabric. The called for fabric's like a gray, like a lighter gray. This one's a little bit like darker and moodier. So that's what that's going on, and that's gonna be my other start for September. Okay guys, that's it. We made it. We made it to the end. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel and for hanging out with me while I kind of rattle on about a bunch of different crap. Thank you so much for your support in all of my endeavors. Thank you for all of your comments and your kind words. If you have any questions at all, or anything to say, any suggestions to make, definitely leave me a comment down below. I read every single one of them. I try to get back to all of them quickly. But other than that, that's everything, guys. I'm done. I'm about to go work on Ophelia because she needs to be completed. Alrighty, guys. I will see you guys in a month. Happy stitching, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I'll see you guys at the end of September. Bye.